everyone! Our schedules got a little bit goofed up this week and we weren't able to record for whatever reason. Since I'm recording this in the past, I'm gonna take a big old guess and say I got sick or seasonal allergies are destroying our vocal cords. These are safe bets all around. But instead of skipping a week, here is a one-shot we did a while ago. It was my first kind of getting my feet wet as Athena session, taking place 3 or 4 years before the start of Neon Heat's main story. Athena's about to go on a solo adventure, and she's feeling more prepared for it than she probably should. With that, let's dive into Neon Heat Session 0. Thank you for listening. My pickle love.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Probably.
Probably. Okay. I'm ready.
What would she be doing in probably like somewhere between 6 and 8 p.m.?
I think she and Isaac went to see a movie, but I don't know what movie theaters are like in this universe.
I would assume much the same, but you guys have just gotten out of the movie, I guess?
Yeah.
What kind of movie was it?
Like a bad comedy? Like not one maybe that they were hoping was gonna be better, but was not.
Oh, that was a pile of shit.
Yeah, I don't quite know what I was expecting.
I don't know why I let you drag me along to that.
I mean, it looked good.
Did it?
It didn't look that as bad as it was.
Right.
There were scenes in the trailer that weren't even in the movie. Why did they do that?
It's always a disappointment.
Fuck me. And she eats some popcorn. Just angrily shoves a big old mouthful in.
Well, it's better than some of those action movies trying to make it look all realistic, and then you've got the person shooting from the fucking hip, hitting all of them in the head, one after the other. Let me tell you, that happens all the time.
I wouldn't know. I'd never shot a gun before.
You've never shot a gun before?
Well, not...
Fuck over that.
I've never shot a ballistic gun before.
I still don't know that I believe that.
I'll believe what you want.
Alright, I'll believe that I don't believe that.
Well, if that's your prerogative.
I don't see any world in which you've never fired a gun before.
What do I need to fire a gun for?
Alright.
I'm good.
Well, I didn't doubt that.
Isaac will say his goodbyes and you guys will part ways, and not too long after that you get a blast on your... What type of device do you have? Is it a phone? Is it a tablet? Is it a wrist console?
She has... It's probably the size of like a mobile phone, a cell phone, telephone, but I feel like it's probably about palm size, but made of like clear glass.
Like in Parks and Rec?
Yeah.
In the future?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like that aesthetic.
So you get a blast on your clear glass cell phone telephone device. It's essentially just an advertisement for a job. It's less than a mile from where you are right now. You can tell it's proximity based. And it's got a timer running on it of 20 minutes. So basically somebody put out a blast.
Shit.
And maybe it was just a matter of it had already been up for a few minutes and that's how much time's left, and you just like entered an area where it was available. But it's got a couple of tags that match your profile, like stealth, reconnaissance, sabotage, that type of thing.
Oh my. Well, I would like to duck back to the nearby safe house, grab my gear, and be on my way after I accept the bid.
Okay. you accept the bid, then it's a generous amount of money, you know,
How
especially
generous.
Generous.
It doesn't matter.
Don't do this to me.
Sorry.
Don't make me play economy when we've never discussed
Sorry.
economy.
1 cube, please.
They don't have cubes on the surface.
Wouldn't that make them more valuable?
Not necessarily.
Hmm.
So you are sent a kind of a waypoint
Mm-hmm.
for where you're going to be going to meet the contact, and it's again, you know, within a mile of probably your safe house that's nearby, and it's essentially just down an alley. It's in an alley.
Okay. I would like to notice any nefarious looking people that might want to jump me in this alley.
In the alley.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a narrow alley. You can go ahead and roll notice if you'd like.
My first roll. Oh, how do I only have a 6 in notice? This was a mistake. Well, it just blew up twice, so 17.
Okay.
Sorry, I 1,000-yard stared there for a second.
Yeah, I was like, what
doing
is happening? Are you
math.
and you're mouthing words, and I'm like, did my audio cut out? Like, what's
No.
happening here? Okay.
I was just that white lady algebra gif.
No, I get it. So, looking in this alley, I mean, you can only see down a little bit, but you don't see anything. I mean, there doesn't appear to be anyone waiting in this initial part of the alley for you.
Okay. Did the blast have a contact?
Not one that you could reach out to aside from meeting in this exact alley that you're standing
Well-
in front of.
I gotta make sure my mask is up.
What's Athena dressed as right now? Like,
Um,
what kind of stuff is
she's
does
got
she have
kind of
going on?
like a tactical armored vest with like a long sleeve Kevlar-esque shirt that she's got rolled up to her elbows so her bracers can be free on her forearms. And she's got like tactical pants and some boots with some metal on the front so she kicks someone it hurts more. And the vest kind of goes up into a turtleneck to protect her neck vitals. And her mask it sort of rims around like her hairline down, follows the chin, and from that's like a hard light mask that shows the impression of eyes through it in a light blue.
Very cool.
I thought a lot about this.
So you go into the alleyway, and it very quickly, you know, forks off in a direction you couldn't see before, but I mean, with your extraordinarily high notice roll, you're able to keep an eye out as you go in there, and there's nothing apparently nefarious afoot. But as you get deeper into the alley, there's kind of a little not a cove, like a little indent in the...
Alcove?
Yeah, an alcove, thank you.
There you
There's an
go.
alcove in the wall.
It's like ghouls and alghouls.
And alcohols. Yes, just like that. But yeah, there is a smaller hunched figure that sort of looms out of the shadows. They're completely dressed in black, and it looks like clothes that they could have picked up at any kind of corner store, or like nothing fancy, just very nondescript clothes, and they have a mask on, and the mask covers even their mouth, so it's just kind of like their eyes right there, and they just lean out to you. And so he looks down at his PDA and checks up at you and says, and he speaks, and through the mask is like a little modulator. Are you the one that I've hired?
I mean, I'm here, aren't I? I'm dressed for the job. What have you got for me?
All right. And he pulls out kind of a clipboard, like a physical clipboard.
Oh, it's very retro of you.
Yes, I know. It's very fancy. Thank you.
So he looks down at the clipboard, and he's just basically going through a checklist. And he says, all right, this is a pretty simple smash and grab type mission. Basically, you're going to be infiltrating this company. It's called GemNav. I need somebody to take it down from the inside. I'm going to send you in on a shipment of goods tonight, and, almost right away, less than an hour from here. You're going to go in the shipment, and they're going to take you inside the building, and then you're going to be in the building and do everything from there.
So, what exactly is it that I'm doing once I'm inside the building?
So there's three different things that you need to do. The first one is wipe a bunch of data from the network.
All right.
The second one is deal with the lead engineer. And the third is to destroy their processing equipment. There's a couple ways you can go about doing this type of stuff, so, I left the requirements of the job sort of open-ended because plenty of people could get it done. You gotta make sure that you wipe the data before you tip your hand on anything else,
because if they know you're there, they'll lock it down. So
Alright.
data first, then the engineer, and then the stuff, because if you start blowing things up, he's gonna get away, and you gotta deal with him first.
Alright. Do you know what the lead engineer's name is?
Yeah, his name's Nitesh.
Tell me about Nitesh, if we've got time.
We got a couple minutes. He's an Ori. He's an engineer. He works there for him. He's mostly a coward, but don't believe anything he says. I just deal with him and get out.
Alright. What do they process at, what was it, Gemnav?
It doesn't matter.
It might, depending on how big the equipment necessary is. I need to know what kind of charges to bring.
He reaches into the shadows behind him and pulls out a small backpack, and he says, well, I got some charges here that you can use. I'll provide you with that. If you want to figure it out somehow, some way else, that's up to you. That's your prerogative.
This
it's
should
gonna
be
noisy.
just fine, thank you.
If you can do it quieter, that's just as well, but not everybody can do that, so...
Alright. She takes the backpack and she wants to look in it.
Okay, yeah, there's a couple satchel charges, like
Cool.
the equivalent of C4 or something like that.
Cool. She puts on the backpack and does that thing where she, adjusts a little bit to make it settle correctly, and she tightens the straps.
Easy enough to do.
Cool. So, I'm not necessarily, a hacker. Is there a protocol that you're aware of?
You need to get into the computer system, so if you can't hack into it, that you could try to, get somebody's key card maybe if it gives you access, or a password, or you could probably get it from the engineer, but then you're risking, if he gets away before you can wipe it. Maybe one of the guards knows, I don't know.
Can I wipe the data from any computer? Do you know that?
Anything that's connected to the network. So I
Okay.
think it would have to be something there, but like I said, there's probably a computer in the engineer's office. There's one, there's a side bit.
How long will it take once I start?
No, I don't know. I guess that depends how good you are at getting rid of things.
She kinda...
A couple minutes at the most, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, that's not bad. Alright. What's your name?
And he'll pull out a little schematic and hand this to you. Content, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the database room,
Mhm.
the IT room, there's definitely going to be a lot of computers in there that you could use.
Checks out.
And then there's the engineer's office at the edge there. Maybe in there, but again, it's up to you. And then the manufacturing room's where all the equipment is that you want to get rid of.
Alright.
And if everything goes according to plan, they'll probably take you into the supplies and storage room. And then the main exit's over by the lounge, but that's the only way you can get out.
Okay. Where am I reporting to, or to whom, once it's all done?
Will
you just know?
I assume I'll either know or you can send me confirmation that it's done, and I'll be able to verify things. I'll hear through the grapevine, so I'd
Alright.
prefer to know for sure earlier than that, but...
Alright. Well,
So you got any specific questions about anything before you get started here?
not particularly. Would I be able to contact you during the job if I have any pressing questions that arise?
You can try. I don't know if I'll be strictly available, but
Alright.
it's pretty straightforward. What do you need to call me about?
Well, you never can be too prepared.
Well, I guess that's true, but he just kind of shrugs.
Alright. Well,
Just don't fuck it up.
I'll do my very best not to.
Mm-hmm.
She extends her left hand for a deal sort of handshake.
He looks at your hand and then looks back at you and says, "What? My job's not good enough? What do you want?"
Just shake on it. It's pretty standard.
I mean, you already accepted the job. I already have your contract.
Alright, I'll see you later then. And she walks away.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, so I go to the place that this tiny weirdo told me to go.
Yeah, basically it's another just dead drop location
Okay.
where it's effectively like a small box that you're supposed to get into. It's like a
How
crate.
small?
You can fit into it. Like
Okay.
you'll be lying down in it. And then at a certain point somebody will come by to to pick it up and load it into a cargo vehicle that will deliver it to this place.
Okay, well,
So,
I climb into the box.
all right, you can pull it shut from the inside, and
I
then
do that. Is there anything else in it? Or
no,
is it just,
it's actually
just perfectly Athena shaped?
there's padding and stuff, so you're not just like rattling around. But there's packaging that lines it so you can safely be in there and possibly like brace yourself against it to stop yourself from moving. You
Okay.
know? So,
Cool.
so if you get in it and then pull the lid shut, eventually you will hear the footsteps of some people coming by. You know, you hear two guys just kind of talking, and then they come up, and one of them pats the crate. He goes pop pop, and then you feel two people on either end kind of shuffle together and lift you up and load you into a van. And some other guy comes out and he says, "Oh yeah, thanks for loading that up there for me. You guys are good to go. I'll take it from here." And they wave off. And after that, you hear footsteps come closer, and then a voice, like very clearly on the outside, says, "Hey, yeah, lady, is lady in there? Hey, you in there, person? Hello?"
It depends who's asking for lady, I think.
"Oh, well, I'm just the driver.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I'm just getting you there and getting you off, you know.
All right, well,
And
thank you.
that's what I do."
Thank you for your professional skills, your prowess.
"Oh, I'm fine, you know. I'm just doing a job I was paid for.
That's fair.
But yeah, just keep quiet. We'll get you there, and then they'll load you in, and you'll do that, and I'll be on my way."
Gotcha. Are you part of Pantheon? I didn't know we had drivers.
What?
Never mind.
No.
It's fine. She wants to pull out her phone real quick and text Isaac. "I'm in a box. This is a weird one."
I'm in a box. They're burying me.
They're burying me.
But yeah, it'll just be you'll be put in the back with some other box type things, and you'll hear the motor of this thing running, and you'll occasionally turn and probably slide a little bit into it, but it's never uncomfortable, and there's never anything, too jarring about it.
Okay.
But it'll eventually pull to a stop, and you'll hear the door open and shut, and the guy comes out and he says, "Oh yeah, I got this shipment for you boys, and it's right in the back there if you want to take it." And you hear some more the guards just walking around the back and crunching on the gravel. But you'll hear, you did not pry very much for information. You didn't try very hard.
Oh no, I tried pretty hard. I got a lot of information. I got enough that I felt confident about my ability to do this job.
I didn't mean about like the job itself. I just figured you get pushier with the guy. The two guards come and offload the crate and start to carry you, and probably 30 seconds, a minute go by, and you're clear. You hear the engine start up again, and the guy drives off, presumably. And there's a shutter open. You hear kind of a door open as well, and you hear the guys taking you in, and one just goes, "Oh man, this thing's heavy." And the other one's like, "Looks some fucking weight box, am I right?" And they just, chuckle and laugh. And
Oh man, she's just like, "Wow, rude." Assuming that they cannot hear her whispering over the padding.
I mean, she's just like very quietly to herself. They're probably making enough noise that I'm not gonna make you like full stealth for that.
But she says that in her fake voice, despite like nobody being around. Rude.
And then, they carry and they move a couple of times, and then you hear another door open and click shut, and they set the box down with a thunk. "Oh, what do you think? Should we open it and, get things distributed?" And the other one pauses for a second, and, "Well, let's go and check with the boss man, and we'll see if they want us to load it off, and if they do, we'll come on back and go from there." The guy says, "Oh, you don't have to convince me not to." And then they just walk away bullshitting, and
Oh man,
you hear the door close again.
I don't want to ice these amiable seeming jokesters.
Band name, Amiable Seeming Jokesters.
So what I would like to do is there a hole in the box anywhere for viewing?
Nope.
Well, I get out of the box, but I open it ever so slightly so I can do a peek real quick.
Make me a stealth roll.
What is my stealth? It's an 8.
Oh my. That's better than I remember it being. Did you roll your wild die?
No.
Roll your wild die. 5, okay. Yeah, so you're able to lift the lid and just kind of peek out. And you look around and it's just a room full of boxes and storage containers and supplies and just crap everywhere in various states of opening and unboxing and
What kind of crap?
office supplies.
Oh, okay.
I mean, are you like going through the crates and stuff?
No, not particularly. I just
Okay.
wanted to get a vibe.
Yeah, I mean there are some like the ones that are open and you can easily see are like office supplies and stuff like that. There are other crates here that you could investigate if you so choose, but they're kind of off to the side.
No, I have a job to do.
Okay.
I'm very focused.
Okay. Otherwise, there is a single door that leads out of the room.
I would like to approach the door and peek out of it. Is there a little window in it, perhaps?
There is actually a little window in this one, and if you peek,
Can I take a peek?
you can take a peek through the window.
Is that a notice or a stealth or a nothing?
Go ahead and roll me a notice.
5.
So you peek out through the window and you see 2 guards, 2 just guys in a basic security-looking uniform with sidearms, pistols at their hips, walking in a straight line down a straight corridor that heads directly out from the door there. And as you're kind of like moving around the window to just try to get like a better idea of what's what, you can kind of see out towards the left, and it's a 90-degree corner.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking to the left now, and you can sort of see movement coming your way. And then after a few seconds, it stops and turns around and goes the other way again. And you can't get as much detail just from like the weird angle, but
Okay. Is there any way I could time the ones who walk forward, like down the hallway and turned for like their return lap? Is that something she could do?
I mean, so is your plan to wait for them to come back?
My plan is to, could I wait for like a hot sec to see if they reappear and appear to be doing a lap?
Sure. Yeah, you watch them disappear around the corner.
Can she like do mental math? Like counting, tapping out seconds on her thigh?
Can she?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, she can definitely like watch them move down the left, and then how long is she waiting to see if they come back?
1 minute.
1 minute? They do not come back in a minute.
Shit. Okay.
And you are still, if you're still looking at the window, you still see movement on the left that will get further away and then come closer and then get further away and so on.
Okay. I would like to, when just a couple seconds after the left starts to get farther away again, I would like to stealth down the hall to where it seems that IT data room will be.
Okay.
That's
Then-
what I want to do.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth. We'll see how well this goes for you.
Not well.
Oh, jeez.
I would like to Benny
You'd
that.
like to Benny that? Okay.
Yes. Blew up.
Yeah.
Blew up. 14.
14. Very nice.
That was worth a Benny.
Let's see how nice. Okay. You wait for the movement off to your left to kind of start shifting like it's going away, and you very silently open the door and like quickly close it behind you and like let it drift down, and you can see there is another guard, making paces away towards the front, which you assume is the entrance based on the blueprints that you've been given. You still don't see the other guys down the hallway, so you're able to just close the door with, not even like a soft click. You're able to like turn the handle and move it in and then release the handle so that there's no click at all and you can be on your way, but the guy is still walking towards the front.
Okay, I would like to, as quickly and quietly as possible, get to that IT room that should be halfway down this hallway, if this schematic is correct.
Yeah. And making your way down that hallway, it is. There's a door off to your left that even has like a little sign next to it that just says IT.
Real quick, what's the vibe here? Like, this doesn't seem like a nefarious place.
Yeah, the storage area, I mean, it really did feel just like an office supply closet. Like, it's bigger. There's more stuff there. But, like, it's got the feel of just kind of like a musty office. When you're out in the hall, the lighting is like bright white, fluorescent office lighting type stuff. Guards that are on patrol out here seem like kind of generic security guard. Like, they have the outfit, but...
Like rent-a-cops?
Maybe, or, like a step above that. But,
Okay.
they have guns. But in the hallway here, it's like lightly carpeted. So it's carpet as opposed to like tile or something, which probably helps muffle your footsteps a little bit more.
It does.
But yeah, the room right next to you just says IT.
I'd like to slip in there, please. Is there a window on that door?
There is not a window on that door, and the door is locked.
Oh shit.
What would you like to do?
Pickle, I don't have lockpicking.
You don't have any thievery?
No.
Shame. What are you gonna do?
Oh god, oh no. Why did I give her taunt instead of lockpicking? What was I thinking?
A taunt.
Did I really need piloting and driving?
You were building the character, not optimizing.
I know.
What would Athena do?
Karen was useless, so Athena's gonna be a little useless sometimes too.
Well, a character should be useless in some situations. That's a little bit different, being in a duet type thing if there's only one character there. But you need to play to your strengths. So, what would Athena do if the door is locked?
Oh god. I'm gonna metal bend it.
Okay.
Is it a metal lock?
It is a metal lock.
Oh, thank
or
God.
It appears to be a metal lock.
See, this is why I wanted to do a dry run, because I forgot her core skill.
Okay, roll to activate your ability.
Spirit, is it?
It would be... Well, no, it's your casting ability.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I kind of liked Essence.
Yeah, I like Essence as well.
That's a 5.
Okay, that's a success.
Oh, I didn't roll my wild die.
It was blow up, you never know.
It's a 4.
Okay. Success either way. So you successfully activate your metal bendymancy. We'll figure out what that's called. So you activate your metal manipulation.
Yes, I do. And I want to just take... I think she, looking over her shoulder, like, both ways real fast, kind of does, like, a little... rubs her palms together, and then sticks them like a point into the doorknob and lock, and just pulls it back towards her chest, and extracts a perfect little metal sphere.
Okay.
And it now is not in the door anymore.
I'm going to... So the way that the metal bending works is it allows you to manipulate metal with a certain level of strength. So you can... So what specifically are you trying to do again?
I just want to take the doorknob and the lock out. I mean, that can't be...
Yeah,
that
no,
can't weigh too much, right?
No, I think that's fine. Roll me...
Yes.
I'm thinking... I'm not going to make you make an extra roll for that. Like, roll to activate it. I think it's easy enough to, like... Because you can control it, like, without actually touching it.
Yeah.
You can probably take it apart without causing, like, too much noise or anything like that, because you're just pulling pieces apart. So
that's what I was kind of thinking.
I think that's fine. I was going to maybe call for, like, an agility or spirit, but I don't think that's necessary here.
Okay,
so.
maybe for, like, a bigger thing.
Yeah. But for 2 tiny pieces when you have a D10 in strength, I don't think you need to do that. So, yeah, so you very easily pull the doorknob and locking mechanism apart, and once those are off, the door just kind of creaks. Well, it doesn't creak, but it opens inward.
I'd like to go in there
I would
quietly.
like to go into there. Yeah, I'm gonna let your previous stealth roll ride on that. So yeah,
Cool.
You make your way into the room.
Can I put the doorknob back the way I found it?
Sure. Yeah,
That's the noise a metal knob makes.
The metal bending lasts for 5 rounds.
Oh, nice.
Which in combat would be like 30 seconds. Yeah. I think out of combat, probably like at least a minute. So like you have time to take the stuff off, put it back on, and then it might last shortly after that, but not a lot. The cost for this power is 3, by the way.
Cool.
Mark that down that you've used that.
How many power points does she have?
It's a good question. How many power points do you have?
I don't know.
You would start with 15 with that background.
I have 15.
Did you take the extra power point edge?
I do not think I did as of yet. I took Streetwise isn't a thing anymore. What is this? Did we make this before?
Streetwise is an edge.
Oh, that's right.
It used to be a skill, now it's an edge.
I took more powers instead of more power points.
Okay.
So minus.
And I know I gave you some. I think I gave you some freebie powers just for being a protagonist.
Thank you.
I mean, that's the thing that I like about Savage Worlds is like the balance is.
Wait,
subjective.
did you give me 5 powers basic?
No, I think you spent one thing, and then I was like, "Here's 2 more."
Another.
Yeah, so I effectively gave you a free new powers edge, but it was still just for basic powers anyway. So.
Because I have 5.
Yeah.
That adds up.
So the arcane background would start with 1.
I forgot I have wizard.
You do have wizard.
Holy shit.
Now there's certain trappings, like you wouldn't be able to change the metal bending trapping because the power itself is metal bending.
Oh no, I just mean for other shit.
But yeah, you can definitely do that.
Okay, so what is in this room?
It's a square room. There's a couple of like cheap tables assembled in like 2 little rows.
Like some IKEA-ass tables?
Something like that. And then there's just like a bank of computers that are set up there. So it's just like a bunch of workstations where nerds can be. Okay.
I go to where the nerds would sit.
There's a bunch of seats. I mean, there's nothing that really sets one apart from any other.
I will sit in the rightmost nerd seat.
Okay, you sit in it.
I want to try and turn the computer on.
You press the power button, and after a short, wait, it hums to life.
Okay. Does it need a login?
Yes, it does.
No! What's the username attached to it that it last was logged in by?
S Snorgle. Don't mind me as I write this down.
Okay, is there any kind of I don't know, a lost and found bucket or a podium?
Why don't you roll me a notice as you scour the room for any useful information? So I'm gonna wait before you tell me what the result is. I didn't look at your face, so I don't know what you rolled. I'm still trying to get used to the whole rolling a success is enough for you to succeed and get what you need, whereas rolling with a raise gets you something better or easier, faster, or whatever. So I should have applied a penalty of, I'll say, -2 to this. So whatever you rolled, -2.
Well, that's either a 1 or a -1.
Okay, so you rolled a 1 and a 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a no-go, I'm feeling.
Would you like to Benny that?
Nah.
Okay. Yeah, you spend a short amount, maybe 2 to 3 minutes, just looking through this room, and there's a lot of papers. There's folders, and there's notebooks, and there are papers around, but you can't make heads or tails of any of it. It's a little dark, so it's hard to see it.
I wake up all the other computers.
Okay.
Are any of them still logged in?
You turn on every other... No, they're... All of
Damn
them...
it.
All of them go to a login screen that has a different name attached to it.
Shit. Are there any bulletin boards on the wall hey, universal logins here?
You've already failed your notice roll.
Yep, but just looking around isn't a notice, is it? That's exactly
what notice is. Yeah, no, you've failed your notice roll that contained your thorough check of this room to try to glean some sort of information.
Can I intimidate the computer bank?
Go ahead and roll me an intimidate.
Oh, no. This was a mistake to ask. 1 to 2.
You intimidate it into silence.
Okay.
It stares back at you passively.
Well, guess I need to move on to my second objective. Because I really boofed the first objective.
Retroactively, I need to ask you a question.
Oh god, what? Did I forget something?
What did you do when you left the other room? When you got out of the box, what'd you do?
I mean, after I looked around at stuff?
And yeah, did you... Let me ask you this. Did you replace the lid on the box?
Of course I did.
Okay.
I'm a professional.
It's a gimme. You didn't... I don't want to punish you. Just be like, I put the lid back on the box. But...
I put the lid back on the box.
Alright, that's fine. I won't make you spend a penny for that.
Okay, thank you.
Just making sure. Okay, what do you want to do? What you doing? Man, this is very boring to listen to so far, I'm sure.
Can I look for a different thing while I'm in here? Is that as a separate notice?
It depends. What are you trying to do?
I just want to find something that says what this company does. Just out of curiosity.
If you would like to spend additional time here doing another notice to do that, you can make another notice.
Okay. I don't think I want to do that then.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you that as a freebie, that you were looking through the documents trying to find a password or something like that. And you didn't even get a basic success on that one.
Yeah.
Even with the penalties, you wouldn't have gotten a success, so I think you were just frantically looking through it. But if you would like to spend a little time to try to look through the documents to get that information, you're welcome to do that.
No, I want to go find this other guy.
Okay.
Natesh?
Natesh.
Okay. All I have is Natesh, Ori, coward. In parentheses.
Not wrong.
No, Ori is in parentheses, excuse me.
Oh.
I forsake this room. I'm leaving it. I gained nothing by coming here because I don't have the right skills. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the door and put my ear up against it and listen for the footsteps of the guards that might be doing a loot.
Okay, roll me a notice.
Oh god, I failed!
What'd you get?
2s.
2 of them? Yes. 2 twos?
2 2s.
I'm a real ballerina over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you put your ear up on the door and you wait for how long? I don't know, how long are you listening for?
A minute.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
Okay. I'm gonna open the door just a little bit.
Okay.
I wanna look outside.
Okay, so you crack the door just a little bit and you poke your head outside, and I guess you can only look in one direction because that's how doors work.
Yeah.
You look in that direction and you see one guy. So you're looking to the right, which is like the direction you came from?
No, I'm looking to the left, the direction where I want to go.
Well, no, I'm telling you because the door only opens.
Oh, it opens that way.
Yes. So you're looking that way and you see one guy walking in around the corner.
Around the corner?
Yep.
The corner away from the way I want to go?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna book it to where the engineer's office is supposed to be.
Are you running?
Quietly.
Okay, so are you stealthing?
Yes.
Okay, roll me a stealth. I'll give you a +2 on this one because your last one was very good.
Oh, thank
It'll be a +2 forward.
I got a 4. Oh, man.
So yeah, you get out, you see the guy disappear around the corner, and you manage to do something very similar where you fit the door back in there. Are you locking it? Are you leaving it the way it was, like your metal?
Can I lock it still?
Not from the outside.
Can I lock it from the inside as I shut it?
No.
Then I'm going. I don't give a fuck.
I
I'm
just
gone.
didn't know if you were going to use your metal bend. Okay.
No.
Okay, where are you going? What are you doing?
I am booking it straight down the hall to where I look at this, just like I feel like she drew a shitty map on the back of her hand, so she didn't have to, like, carry it around.
Okay, gotcha. You do still have it, though, to be clear.
I know, but I don't want to be, like, flapping around a paper.
I get it. I'm just making sure you understand.
No, this is what she did. She was getting gassed by Sharpies as she drew it on her hand in the box with no ventilation. But yeah, she runs down to what she is labeled with EO, presumably engineer's office?
Presumably. And
I would like to go to there.
Okay, you go down the hallway, and you look around and you don't see any other guards or anything, and the door's right in front of you. What do you do?
I go in.
Okay, the door opens with ease, and you open the door into an office, and you close the door behind you, and there's a wooden desk kind of off to one side, and it's not very well lit. It's kind of dark in here, and there's a glowing computer screen and a tiny nerd sitting at the desk. It's the best way I can describe him.
Fantastic.
He's as I said, he's a small Ori guy. He's got sort of a thinning hairline, and he's got big old glasses. His eyes, as he looks up and sees you entering, his eyes are glowing with a pale blue.
Okay.
And then he's got a round face, not like chubby, just like a round type of face in his
like
glass.
Like a Carl Pilkington, if you will.
Sort of, yeah. And he looks over at you and he says, "What are you doing in here?"
I lock the door.
You lock the door. What are you doing in here?
Oh, well, I've just come to see you.
Yeah. Why?
Well, are you Nitesh?
Yes. Are you new here?
Oh, I'm very new here. Can you give me a rundown of the procedures HR sent me?
Yeah, I don't deal with any of that. You should be talking to me. You should be talking to your supervisor, who I presume is in the manufacturing room.
Why would you presume that?
He narrows his eyes at you. Are you still just like standing by the door?
No, I've walked up.
Okay,
I would like to
him.
walk up to his desk and like put my hands down on it and kind of lean over, sort of looking around at his general deal.
Are you trying to like intimidate him?
Yes.
Or okay.
Can I roll for that?
Yeah, you need to actually.
Yeah, cool.
Go
I've
ahead
got a
and
whole D4 in it.
Roll me an intimidate then.
8.
And what are you saying to him?
I mean, can't I just intimidate with like body language?
Sure, but like, what's your goal? Are you trying to like force him into a corner, or like what?
I kind of wanted to like be aggressively large and truck on over to the desk and put my hands on and see what he does.
Okay, yeah, He sort of does one of those almost exaggerated gulps as you do that, and he's in a rolly chair, and he sort of rolls a little bit away from you towards the corner, and his desk is like basically in the corner, and his eyes flick to the door and say, I just figured you were maybe with the guard detail, you know, from the way you're dressed, and your whole, he kind of points a finger at you as, yeah, your whole you know, what do you want with me? What are you doing here?
Well, I need a thing from you before I can do anything else. Would you be able to help me with something?
That depends on what it is.
Well, I've been told to deal with you. And I don't quite know what they intended me to do with that, so my flexibility on that is, it varies. I need you to delete all the data on this network. And if you do, I might let you live.
Delete all the data in the network?
Yes.
I can't do that.
Why? What do you do here?
I
What's
mean,
so important?
I mean, I don't really want to be here, but I kind of need to be, you know? Like, I don't have much choice in it.
Why is that, Natesh?
I mean, I don't really want to give you my whole sad backstory here, but
I've got time. She starts knocking his desk toys onto the ground one by one.
Oh no. Those are very expensive.
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't want to be here, but if I don't help them do what they want, they might kill me or they might kill my family. So, if I delete the data, they'll know it was me. There's nobody else here right now.
Who are they?
The company.
What?
Gemnav.
What does Gemnav do? What you tell me right now will influence a lot of decisions I'm going to be making in the next several minutes.
Okay,
So I suggest you explain it well.
roll a persuasion at +2 because you did intimidate him successfully.
Blew up. 11.
All right, they're a manufacturing import-export company, and they make augmentations that have Cori infusions. It's experimental, it's not regulated, it's highly illegal. He leans in.
Where are they getting this Cori from?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I'm on the research team. I'm supposed to... I mean, I don't really do anything with Cori. I know a little something about the augmentations, but, you know, I catalog the research, I maintain the database. I don't see everything. I'm not hands-on, I just handle the data. So if something happens to the data, they're gonna know it's me.
How did they get you?
What do you mean, how did they get me?
Why are your family members under threat of death for you working here?
I started working here, and then I found out what was going on, and I didn't want anything to do with it. And then I tried to, you know, work my way out, and they figured out what was going on, and then they threatened me, and they came after my family, and what am I supposed to do?
Alright. Do you have any key cards that possibly belong to disgruntled employees that have recently quit? I'm just spitballing.
I mean, the only key card I have is mine.
Where could I find more? I need logins. If you don't want this to be traced back to you, I can make that happen.
I mean, you could always get them from the cards, maybe. I could probably get you information on, you know, one of the other IT guys that works here, but I don't know that they have the access that I do. So, you can try it, I don't know.
Scoot over, I'm driving.
She
shoos him out of his rolling chair with an upward motion of both of her hands at once.
He pushes himself up and starts kind of wringing his hands and looking around at the door, and...
You stay right there. I'll know if you move, even if I'm not looking at you.
Yeah, he'll stay backed into the corner.
Okay, I want to click around.
Click around on his computer?
Yeah, I assume this nerd has the highest...
He's already logged in, so...
Yeah, I want to click around.
Okay. I feel like this is going to be an electronics roll, because you're like looking for ways to delete data and stuff, right? Like, is that kind of what you're doing?
I just wanted to look for, like, if there was any shipping information about where the quarry came from, because as a person from a quarry mining town, I'm very interested in that.
Okay, yeah, I'll probably just make that a notice for, like, it's probably basic computer know-how to, like, look around on a computer for stuff, so I'll just say
I've
that's...
never even seen a computer before.
Computer. Yes,
Just a notice?
Just a notice.
How does a 2 3s catch ya?
Yeah, I mean, there's not, like, a folder labeled quarry shipments or anything like that. It's just a lot of data.
She searches illegal shipments in the search bar. Damn it!
There's a,
Nothing came up.
There's a main, like, network drive that you can see in there that has data on it.
What kind of data?
I mean, there's a lot.
The
like,
data?
If you click into it, there's just, like, hundreds of subfolders with stuff. And if you do go to click into it, he kind of gets more visibly nervous, and he's like, that's the mainframe. Like, they only keep the data in one place. They don't back it up. There's nowhere else for it. So just be careful.
I'm very careful.
Huh.
She swivels around back to face him and kind of puts her hands behind her head and leans back in the chair a little bit. She's like, this is a nice chair.
You can have it?
No, I don't want your chair.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think. I'm at a loss here because I don't want this nerd to die. However, I was told to deal with the nerd. These are the dilemmas. Can I look around and see if he has any, like, certificates on his wall that would make me feel even worse about my situation?
I don't think there are any certificates on the wall.
No?
It's a pretty boring office.
Got family picture on the desk?
Nope.
That's suspicious.
Maybe.
Give me your wallet.
Yeah. What?
You heard me. Give it here.
Alright. He kind of shakily fumbles his wallet out and hands it to you.
She rifles through looking for any family photos.
There's like one of him with maybe like a brother, somebody who looks kind of like him. He's got like the green eyes instead of the blue, but similar age. But there's no like wife, there's no kids, there's no white picket fence, there's no dog, nothing like that.
She will kind of wave that picture back and forth, like kind of this beside her face, and say, "This doesn't look a lot like the office or wallet of a family man. Were you lying to me?"
I don't carry the pictures around for their safety. I mean, you know that, like, they're already in trouble, so...
Well then, who's this? Why are you endangering this poor-looking man?
It's my brother.
Do you not like him?
No,
Oh.
he's an asshole.
I can appreciate that. If you give me a login, any login will do. I'm going to delete the data either way. But maybe it doesn't have to be your login. Do you have a list? Anything? Do I have to beat it out of you? I could just delete this whole folder right now, but I'm giving you options.
He edges over towards the computer and he pulls up a list of other logins. And it's like a list of maybe 10 other names that have associated passwords. He
Where's
says,
Smorkle?
Smorkle's on there. It wasn't Smorkle, it was Snorgle.
Oh, was it Snorgle?
Snorgle? It's on there.
Okay. Any of these guys assholes?
I mean, most of them, but...
Who's the worst? Who yells at people in video game chats?
Snorgle.
Alright. Taking this one. I was never here. You don't alert the guards, or I will come back. You don't want that.
No, not especially, no.
Maybe you should consider a different line of work after everything goes sideways.
I'll keep that in mind.
Also, you might want to take an early day. Just not feeling very well, because shit's about to go off in a real way.
Yeah. Thanks for the heads up.
But I swear to God, if you do anything unwise on your way out, it's going to be very bad for you.
Make another intimidate roll.
5.
Okay. He does another gulp and nods slowly.
Alright.
And he's still just kind of standing in the corner, wringing one of his hands against the other.
Okay. She bends over and picks up the toys that she knocked down, but she doesn't exactly put them the right way they were, but they're back on the desk, and she's like, you should leave.
And he nods at that. Make me... And, I mean, it was... Okay, so what are you doing now? Are you telling him to leave before you? Or are you leaving the office?
I was telling him to leave.
Okay.
Because he's been forthcoming. I don't know. And if everything starts to go sideways, I can just blow shit up a different way.
Okay.
Unless you think that's a bad decision.
Oh, it's not up to me.
Oh.
Roll me a notice. Just a regular old notice.
4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so he passes you and he's still kind of shuffling his hands and he says, thanks, I guess. Bye.
What do I notice from that roll?
Nothing.
Oh, no. Okay.
No, he's walking out.
Oh.
So he wrings his hands and then goes out and opens the door and clicks it shut and then you're alone in his office.
Okay. I wanna, shit. I don't know. It was real hard.
It's up to you.
I'm very glad we're doing this, though. Because... Oh,
I'm
boy.
definitely throwing a harder situation at you.
This is
on
very
purpose.
hard!
But very helpful.
Good.
Athena just kind of sits back down in the chair for a second and goes, fuck! And
Uh-huh.
kind of, I mean, she can't actually touch her forehead to do one of, like, those little, like, forehead rubs. Alright. I want to go back to the IT room.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. What should I roll?
Are you doing it quietly?
Yes.
Say another stealth.
4.
Okay.
I would like, because I left it unlocked.
How long do you wait after he leaves to go, by the way?
I want to leave, like, 30-ish seconds after he leaves. So if he rounds the corner to on the way out, he, like, might talk to a guard or something. Be
Okay.
like, oh, where are you going? He's like, I'm going home because I'm a huge nerd.
Alright, so you've waited about 30 seconds and you leave and you don't see guards to the right or straight ahead.
I book it to the IT room.
Alright, and get to the IT room and it's still unlocked because you
Okay.
didn't lock it from before.
Is anybody in there?
You open the door, there's nobody in there.
Thank God I put in Smorkle's thing.
Okay.
Is it Snorkel or Smorkle?
It's Snorgle.
Shit, I need to write this down. This is important.
Snorgle.
Snorgle. A or L? Or A or U?
GLE. SNORGLE.
Okay.
Snorgle.
Snorgle. I type in Snorgle's credentials. Does it work?
It does, yeah, logs
thank
you in.
God.
And it's a boring old desktop with maybe a picture of like a winking Vel lady.
Ew.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I hate that.
Snorgle likes it.
It's gross.
But yeah, you get into the...
Athena makes an audible one that pops up as opposed to like the default start screen she was seeing before. I would like to try and locate that data drive again.
Okay, yeah, I mean you're able to find the network drive.
I delete it?
You go to delete it and it tells you do not have the admin access necessary to do so.
Fuck! Ah, nuts! Did I ever give him back his wallet? I don't think I did I?
You didn't say you did.
Oh no, I stole his wallet.
Maybe.
Is there a key card in there?
There's not a key card in there.
Shit. Athena just kind of... She takes her head in both of her hands. She's like, I fucking hate these goddamn nerds.
Screw you and your nerd prejudice.
Because Athena is, like, she's got a very jock build.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hi. What are you gonna do?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. This is so hard. I can't intimidate the computer, as we've seen. I probably can't empathize with the computer, because it's unfeeling.
True.
Oh, Pickle. What a mess.
Where are you going? What are you doing?
I have a thought. I want to go back to his stupid nerd office.
Okay.
Roll another stealth.
Yep.
I'm gonna Benny that.
Okay. How many bennies do you have?
1. I got a 5.
Okay.
Both of them are 5s.
Okay. You go back there. There's nobody in the hallways.
Okay, I'm gonna... I go back onto his computer, and Athena doesn't know a lot about computers, so this is her plan.
Yeah.
She's gonna this is so dumb, but I don't know what else to do. She's gonna go onto his computer, she's gonna delete the data, and then she's just gonna blow up his office.
Okay.
So oh, nuts.
Are you using all the explosives?
No, just one of them.
Okay. I'd say there's maybe 3.
Okay,
3
I
pieces of
plant
C4.
one of them directly on the computer.
Uh-huh.
She kind of stands and if you could see her face, she's just kind of like, oh god.
I love it though. It's fantastic.
Because she doesn't really work a lot of solo missions. She usually has someone to bounce ideas off of.
I'll give you a Benny just for putting the C4 like on the computer itself as a way to solve this problem. Regardless of what else you do or how you follow through with it.
It's such a bad idea.
But I like it.
Okay. So I'm gonna leave that blow up once the data is deleted.
Okay.
Can I see it deleting?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a progress bar. It started. Are you sitting here?
Yeah,
like,
I
waiting
want to
for to
watch
finish?
it as it's deleting.
Yeah, it's got like an estimated time of 5 minutes. Are you waiting to see if it deletes?
Yeah.
Okay. After about a minute and a half.
I don't know.
After a
Can
minute
I hide
and a
under
half.
the desk?
You can. Yeah. So
I want to duck under the desk.
after a minute and a half, you hear voices in the hallway and hurried footsteps, people moving,
Oh no.
and you see a few shadows go by the window. And
Oh, there
then
was a window on this
there
door?
was a window on this door.
Okay.
Or was there? I don't know.
I don't know,
Say,
fuck it,
whatever.
doesn't matter.
There's a window on the door now.
Sure.
You see a few shadows go past the window, and then the door opens, and you hear heavy boot steps step into the room,
She
and then
she kind of is like this under the desk, like ready to maybe throw
So
it
it's-
at them with... Oh no, it's wood! Fuck,
it
you
is
said it was
I
wood!
did say it was wood.
Damn it!
Alright, so,
Shit!
Alright, so you're
Yes,
under the desk, which is over by the corner, and this person's walked in. So they haven't walked around the desk yet.
Oh man, Athena drinking that dumb bitch juice, huh?
Mm-hmm. Roll me a stealth.
Oh god. 8.
Okay.
8.
Does it blow up? Is it an 8 on
Oh,
a D8?
it is! 15!
15, very nice. Okay. So you hear the boot steps get a little heavier as it kind of walks over, but you're able to like pull yourself into the corners of the shadowy desk, and you just hear a pause there, and then the click of a walkie-talkie, and somebody just says,
No, she's not in here.
and then it goes off, and then the footsteps walk towards the hallway, but the door does not close, and you can now hear voices from the hallway.
Cool. Alright.
What do you do?
The only thing I know how. Fucking up tremendously while I'm alone. Alrighty. Can I peek my little cyber eyes?
You don't have cyber eyes.
Well, on my mask I do.
Okay, I
Cool
guess,
mask
alright,
I've been
that's fair.
wearing.
Sorry. I apologize. Didn't mean to interrupt your fantasy.
Yeah, my cool little cyber eyes.
Cool little cyber eyes.
And
Yeah.
I kind of peek them above to look at the screen. Is it deleting?
It's still deleting.
Hmm.
It's probably like 3 out of 5 minutes right now.
Okay. I want to, like, quietly tip-a-tap and find this nerd's home address in his work paperwork.
Okay,
That's what I want to do.
Jesus.
Is that research? Because I got that. I'm researching my revenge.
You know, it might be research. Like, that's usually like paperwork and stuff like that. I guess it could be through electronics, so I'll let it slide.
I got a 4.
You got a 4?
I'm going to ruin him.
You find a folder marked payroll,
Hmm.
and it does have a specific address attached to it.
Excellent. What is it?
78 Crom Avenue.
On Slore Street.
Yes.
And I assume that's Olara.
Yep, sure is.
Well,
What are you gonna do?
gonna wait 2 more minutes. I gotta make sure this data's deleted.
Alright.
How much time did I burn looking for payroll?
Probably the rest of it. I'd say it's finishing up now.
Cool. Is this, explosive remote detonated?
It's C4, yeah.
Cool. But if I set one off, will it set the other 2 off that are in my bag?
I mean, do you have those wired to explode? Like it's a remote detonator.
I don't know how explosives work.
No, I think you can choose which to detonate.
Okay.
I will say in this futuristic moment, you can choose which of them you want to detonate.
I don't know why, but I keep imagining her looking over her shoulder like Bob at the end of The Incredibles 2 when he's looking at the kid in the backseat like, and she like runs away and his office explodes.
As she's running out of it?
She's running out of it. No, not as she's running out of it. She's running down the hall.
Uh-huh.
Fuck, I missed my timeline up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, can I stealth down the hallway again?
As soon as you exit the office, there are guards in the hallway who will immediately notice you. And who have immediately noticed
Wonderful. I want to run this way.
you. Okay, so there's...
Are they here-ish?
No, they're down the way that you're running. So that way you
good.
can't see around the wall there.
I would like to do something a bit bold.
Okay.
May I throw a C4 at them?
You may. C4s are like very powerful explosives.
Powerful. This is Allie. I don't know those.
I don't have like a perfect gauge on it. Like, I don't...
What is this sci-fi explosives capabilities?
If you throw at a decent distance, you'll probably be... Yeah, you'll be fine.
Okay.
I would like
So you're gonna throw one of your C4 at them?
Yes.
Have you already detonated the other one?
No.
Okay. Then you may... yeah, okay.
Okay.
Alright, so
Alright.
this is going to be... So they see you, so this is going to be initiative.
Okay.
So I'm going to deal you first with a 4 of hearts. And these goobers with a 4 of diamonds.
Do I do better than that? Is heart better than diamond?
It is, because it's reverse alphabetical order.
Oh, that's neat.
So H comes before D. You're going to throw the C4. Are you trying to detonate this on the same turn?
Yeah, otherwise they're gonna move, so I guess that's a...
You know-
Is that a multi-action if I'm just pressing a button?
No, I won't make that a multi-action. I think that's reasonable to think you could pull out the detonator and press a button on it without failure. Your throwing range is based on your strength, I believe.
I have a D6.
I'm gonna look this up really quick because this is informational and I should probably know the answer to this. I like what's happening here.
Okay.
It's fun.
I'm very nervous.
Uh-huh.
Is this how Athena has been on the surface? Like, is she just a dum-dum? I don't know.
To
She's
be fair,
got
this was
D6
a
smarts?
so she's average. She's as smart as the average person.
She is exactly as smart as me, it turns out.
Oh god.
It looks like most things are a range of 3, 6, and 12. I'll say this is gonna be a medium range throw to like put it where you actually want it, because C4 is also like, it's not stupid heavy, but it's kind of dense.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make an athletics roll at -2 to place it where you want to place it.
Where's that one keeps blowing up?
Speaking of blowing up.
Oh, that's fun. Fuck.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay, I need to Benny this immediately.
Uh-huh.
Because it's a
Is this
3
your
and a
last
1.
Benny,
No,
or-
I got one more. I
You
got a
got one more?
Todoroki over here.
Alright.
I got a 4!
You got a 4? Okay. So you managed to...
Wait, no, was I minusing anything?
You were -2.
Shit, it's a 2!
Okay. So let me see where this goes.
Oh, God!
Okay. So you throw it and it falls short. So it's like halfway between you and them, basically.
Okay.
It doesn't go off like you just throw it. It just doesn't go where you want it to go.
Can I say something?
Sure. God, your face when you said, "Can I say something?" What do you want to say?
Oh, Jesus.
See, the thing that I like about this is Athena being a mercenary, like, shit probably goes wrong constantly
lot.
because you're working on faulty, bad information from your idiot clients who don't tell you everything or what you need to
It's
know.
just
So
like being a commission-based artist.
exactly. So you just have to kind of roll with the punches, and it's your ability to improvise and use the best tools that you have in the situation to, at the very least, make it out alive. And at the most, make it out alive while doing what you were supposed to do in the best possible way.
All right.
Alright, so you throw it and it doesn't go. It's like halfway between you and them. What do
I'm
you
gonna
say?
point at them like that JoJo boy I keep getting recommended to watch but have not yet.
Jojo?
That's the one.
I think his name's Jotaro, maybe?
Oh, is it?
I don't
Shit,
know.
we should. Apparently, it gets good. At
Jotaro's
some point.
Wacky Quest.
That's the one.
That's the one.
So
yeah.
I do an anime sort of point like that. In the same hand, I have the detonator button. I was like, if you fucking move, I'm gonna do it.
Just make an intimidate, I guess.
All right.
We're gonna see how this goes.
I should have invested more in intimidation.
It just depends on what you do and how you handle it.
Oh, I got a 5 and a 4. Is that anything?
So there's two of them there, and they both have, one of them has a pistol pointed at you, and the other one has an SMG on a strap aimed at you.
Uh-huh.
The guy with the pistol kind of like looks over at his friend and says, maybe we should, back away a bit, maybe.
You should.
And the other
She
guy's
shouts
kind of
down
like,
the hallway.
and the other guy's like, we got a job to do.
And you just, is it worth it?
And it's their turn.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna say the guy you managed to intimidate is distracted, so he gets a -2 to what he's doing because he's not having a great time. But the other guy is just gonna function as normal.
Shit.
So the guy with the SMG is going to just unload at you.
Oh, good.
So he just levels it and lets her rip. Ooh, okay.
Oh, God, that didn't sound like a good O.
Alright, so that's a 4, a 5, and a 10. So that's... Oh wait, no, this is at -2 though, because it's a higher rate of fire with the recoil. So that's a 2, a 3, and an 8. 2 of them miss, 1 of them is a hit with a raise, and the damage on that is normally 2d6 per bullet, but because it was with a raise, it's 3d6, so it's a total of 10 damage. So your effective toughness against ballistics right now is 8. So in dealing 10 damage, it exceeds that, but not with a raise. So it shakes you.
Okay.
So there's no damage or wound from that, but you are shaken. So I think what happens there is the dude just, you've made your threat and you're standing out in the open, and this dude just levels an SMG at you and starts opening the clip and starts shooting bullets at you. So they ping around you and nothing truly damages you, but like it shakes you.
Yeah,
Shocking
I'm
to
all
just
alone.
Yeah, you're all alone, and this dude's opening fire, and that probably is going to call more people here.
Oh, God.
So his friend next to him is going to take his turn and also roll a shooting, but he is distracted, and that misses.
Okay.
So yeah, emboldened by his friend doing that, he just takes a shot at you, but it goes wide because, he's intimidated by the fact that there's a bomb on the floor.
Yeah, it's fair.
And now we will go to the next round.
Oh, boy. I really boofed it all up, huh?
It's a 6 of spades for you, and that's a 6 of diamonds for them. So you get to go again because S comes before D in reverse alphabetical order.
How convenient.
What do you do?
I want to entangle them.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that.
Activate with your essence.
And I want to do like the area of effect, whatever the hell that'll get both of them.
Okay. So I think that it's a medium burst, but yeah, I mean they're standing right next to each other, so if you're upcasting it with that, you can definitely do that. And then that costs a little bit extra, I think.
Yeah, it's 2, I think. 2
Yeah,
to make it a medium burst, so I can't.
So it'll cost 4. So go ahead and roll to entangle. Your casting one's a 10. Damn, that's good.
I'm not fucking around.
Not at all, apparently.
How does a 4 treat you?
4 is a success.
Yes.
So, if successful, the targets are entangled. Now, when they're entangled, they cannot move, and I believe they're distracted. So they get a -2 to stuff they're doing.
Excellent. I would like. Oh, wait, no, I can't do anything. I'm shaken.
Go ahead and roll to unshake. That was my fault. I forgot to do that.
That's my spirit.
It is your spirit.
So that's just exactly what I rolled.
With your wild die. Your spirit's a D10?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
damn.
really good. It's a 9.
Then yeah, you're
Okay,
fine.
so I would like to I'm unshook.
You are unshook retroactively, so I forgot to do that, but your casting stays. So
Okay.
it's the same
Okay,
result.
cool. I think she just kind of shakes her head a little bit and tries to take a deep breath to clear her brain. And she does this arm position shift where she grasps the detonator hand back closer to her and then brings her other one out forward and makes... Are there railings on the walls at all? Like are sometimes in buildings?
Yeah, I think there's at least peripheral metal that you could use if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I just want to rope down their hands with some sort of metal around, and it coils around them and then hardens and in place.
Nice. And they both kind of let out a huh!
Now, if you value your livelihoods, you'll remember that there is an explosive not too far away. You can't go anywhere. So, I'll be leaving, and she wants to hustle on down the hallway.
Okay.
If there's still time to do that.
Yeah, you're able to move, so...
Can I, like, kind of kick it a little closer to them as I move?
Oh, yeah, I mean, you can, like...
I would like to do that.
So this is an item on the ground. So rules as written for Suede is you can interact, like, I think it's with 2 or 3 items in one turn or something. So, yeah, you can... As you're moving your 6 pace, I'd say 6 pace will get you to them, and you can just pick it up along the way and, like, drop it right on top of them if you want to.
I would like to drop it right between the legs of the one who shot at me and pat him on the head and continue on.
Okay.
I take their guns, if I can.
I mean, they're not
Or just,
bound.
like,
they're
not-
not bound, so, like...
Oh, never mind.
I think that would be an action because you're gonna have to try to like wrestle it away
Gotcha.
from them.
Never mind. I
So-
thought they might have dropped them. But if they
No,
didn't,
so-
I will just
so
hustle on my way.
Mechanically, what Entangled does, like the baseline Entangled, makes it so they can't move, and it gives them -2 penalties to anything they try to do. If they're bound, which is what happens if you cast it with a raise, they're fully immobilized. And they can't do anything except for try to break free. So these dudes can, if they wanted to, they could still try to shoot at you. So it's kind of like, maybe it wrapped around their legs, but they can still like swivel their butt like you wanted to bind their hands. That's fine. It probably
Yeah.
makes it harder to aim, but they can still do that.
Okay.
So if you wanted to try to take their stuff,
No, I'm just running.
okay.
I just want to run right
Well,
now.
you're going past them right now. So I think they're intimidated enough by the fact that you put a bomb right next to them that they're not going to try to shoot at you. Okay, so they can roll strength at -2. And I'll roll that for both of these guys. Nope. It's a hard roll. They're extras. Alright, so they both spend their turn just trying to, like, break free of the restraints without success.
I never got an adventure card.
Oh, you didn't.
Could I have one?
Do you remember what it is?
I do.
Alright, I won't look at it until you tell me when to use it.
Okay.
Okay, so you are moving past them. Let's do another round. Nine of diamonds for you. 9 of hearts for them. What the fuck? So this time they go...
Did you shoreful?
I did shoreful. I shorefled a lot. So they are, as you're moving past them, what are you trying to do right now?
I'm trying to get to manufacturing.
You're going through manufacturing. Okay, the doors burst open and there's another dude standing in your way there
Sure is.
who levels a pistol at you and takes a shot.
Cool.
He misses. So I guess he kicks open the door too fast and aims at you and it's just a little too shaky and it goes wide.
How close am I to him?
Probably 1 to 3 squares, effectively. He's not like, it's not point blank, but you're only a few steps away from him. Those other guys need to try to break free again, and neither succeeds.
Oh, cool.
So it's your turn.
Can I taunt this man who's just come out? Is that is that considered my action?
Taunt,
Yeah.
it would be a test, which is an action.
Okay,
you
I'd
can
like
declare
to-
multiple actions, but you need to tell me before
No,
you try
I just
anything
want-
what you want to do.
I just want to taunt. And I want to say, who the fuck taught you how to shoot? As I'm booking it towards him.
Okay.
I would like to try that.
Okay, go ahead and roll your taunt. It's going to be resisted by his smarts.
That's... Fuck me, that's double ones.
Oh my god, is it really?
It is.
Well, he got a 3, so he is not taunted.
Well, I gave it a shot.
You say that, so he wins. He doesn't get a raise on you, but you did get a critical failure there, so I think you incense him. Like, he is so affronted by this insult that he's, like, far more motivated to put you down now.
I would
So
like...
he's probably going to get the effects of a taunt. He's going to get you're going to be vulnerable to only him next time.
Okay,
So he'll get a +2 to whatever he tries to do to you next time.
I would like to use
you-
my adventure card immediately.
Okay, let me take a look at what this is. Adrenaline surge?
Yeah.
You get an additional and immediate turn, including new movement. Okay.
I want to keep running.
You're gonna keep running. Okay, you get
But
it.
I also, if I'm close enough to him, I would like to cast a bolt at him.
Yeah, I mean you're like point blank basically.
I would like to cast a point blank bolt.
Usually for range stuff, you go against their parry when you're in close, but as you're like running past, you could easily wait
Like
till
lob
you're
it over my shoulder.
Yeah, you could easily just wait till you're slightly outside. I'm not giving him like I guess he could like take a swipe at you with his pistol if he wanted to, but I don't think he would. So, yeah, if you want to roll bolt at him, that's fine.
Oh, and that only costs 1 now, doesn't it?
Yeah, so the doors are open. You're running past him into the room.
Yes.
Okay, so as you're going into the room, you see that there is one other person in here, and that they've unsheathed a sword like as you enter.
Oh, I want to prioritize that guy.
Okay, yeah, so like as this is happening, you
This
see
is
this.
good information.
It's a female Yara with kind of silky black hair tied off into a side ponytail, and she unsheathes a katana, takes a stance as you are entering the room. And you get in here, and you get a very quick overview of what's happening here. There's just some machinery against the wall. There's a bunch of open crates off to the side. There's a couple of like lab tech looking guys who are huddled over in a corner behind the Yara lady, and they're just like, they have no idea what's going on. And then there's just a little conveyor that has some assorted shit on it,
Okay.
and then maybe just some chairs and stuff. So guy in the door that you just ran past,
Yep.
Female Yara who's just drawn the sword on you. What do you want to do?
I want to set off the first explosion in the office to set fear into people, perhaps.
Okay, you can do that as a free action.
Okay, I'd like to do that. And is there anything that looks particularly important in here?
There's like one.
Is there like a vat of Cory dust or some shit? Because I'd love to blow that up.
There's one main piece of machinery that is obviously like what they use for manufacturing, so you can extrapolate that this is what the guy wanted you to destroy in the first place.
Okay.
And there's probably some ingredients over by it, but that's like the main thing in the room. I mean, it's on the other side of the room, so it's probably another full movement to get to it. What are you trying to do?
I want to run to it and cast a bolt at the Yara woman as I'm running at it.
Okay. So because you started basically at the entrance of the room, like you were right outside the doorway, you could make it most of the way into the room, into the machinery at the back, but you won't make it the whole way, so you'll be probably within like 3 pace of it. And then you can turn and shoot a bolt at the Yara lady with the sword. That's fine.
Excellent.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your bolt.
Well, it's a 2 and a 2.
Okay. Do you want to Benny it?
No.
Okay.
I need this.
So what's this look like?
This has all just gone real tits up real fast, and she's like, yep, that big one. That's probably it, huh? And she runs, and she's like, oh shit, there's still that chick over there. Ugh. And she like lobs a bolt of lightning over her shoulder, and it does not hit close to her at all. I hope it doesn't hit a lab tech.
Well, you didn't roll crit fail, so I'm not going to make that happen to you.
Excellent.
Alright, yeah, so you lob the bolt and it probably goes wide and just fries a piece of equipment over. And so as you have set off the explosion, everybody wildly looks around because this was unexpected, and now everything's kind of shaken for not mechanically shaken, but like the room shakes, and it's a good distraction for what you're doing. So
Cool.
that's the end of the round. Man, I don't. This is
So how do we deal with character permadeath before a campaign begins?
7 of hearts for you, 3 of diamonds for all the other flunkies, Queen of clubs for the katana wielding Yara.
Huh, that's fun.
So the Yara she's gonna cross the room. She's momentarily taken aback when you come in and looks around when the explosion happens, but sees you going for the machinery, so she drops into a ready stance, levels her sword, and comes at you. And she is going to... She can't quite reach you with one movement, but the Yara have the ability to run for free without penalty, so
yes.
I'm gonna roll her running die, which is a 4. That is... Really, she just needed like a 2 to get to you.
What'd she get?
She got a 4.
Oh, good.
She starts to like walk, and it starts to turn into a run, but as she starts to run, her legs extend and just vault her off the ground, so she's flying at you. And she's gonna make an attack.
Okay.
That is a 5 to hit. What is your parry? It's 2 plus half of your fighting.
2 plus half of my fighting
That's your parry.
is a 5.
Okay, so she hits.
Shit.
So this is going to be...
It's 5.
Alright, and she's going to swing at you. 7 damage.
Is that against my toughness?
It's against your toughness.
4.
So 4. Okay, so this hits you, but it's not with a raise, so you are shaken. So
Okay.
So I think maybe what happens is she's flying at you and she brings the sword down with force, but you're able to get your forearm up in the way and your bracer is there.
Nice.
And it clangs on your bracer and sends sparks kind of skittering off there, and she's bearing down at you with this snarl. And that is her turn, and it is your turn. You are shaken.
Oh, I'd like to unshake.
Unshake.
That'd
Go
be
ahead and roll me a
super-
spirit.
7.
7. You are unshaken.
Thank God.
What would you like to do? Oh, this is important to ask.
Yeah.
Which explosives did you detonate?
Oh, the one in the office.
But not the other one.
No.
Okay.
No, they're still under threat of explosion.
Uh-huh.
Unless it
I just
shoots
want to make sure you didn't evaporate them.
No.
Because if you did, then I should resolve that. But it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Yeah.
What's Athena up to? How are things on planet Athena nowadays?
Real bad. What's her katana made out of?
It's metal.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to do a thing.
Okay.
Is there some way I could make it bend back into her? If it's straight, could I just make it go and turn completely around into her? Because that would be super.
Okay, so you are, just so I understand what it is you're trying to do, you're not trying to disarm her of it and stab her with it. You're trying to bend the katana blade itself to stab her?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I changed my mind.
Okay.
I had a better idea.
Okay.
She's still standing there, and she's blocking the katana with her bracer.
Uh-huh.
Can I just have her really quickly slap her other hand on it and cast Bolt? Because her trapping is electric by default.
That's true. Okay, so you're trying to bolt her point blank?
Yeah, as it conducts through her sword, into her.
I like it. Yeah.
Should I roll the bones?
If that's what you would like to do, then yeah.
I'd like to.
Okay, I'm gonna say add a +2 circumstantial because that makes sense to me. You know, she's holding it, it's electrified, it's on metal.
9.
You're
Wait, no, I blew up! I blew up on my wild die.
okay, go.
12.
12, damn. Do you just dab? It misses.
No! Fuck that.
12 total. That's a hit with 1 raise, which means your damage on it is going to be 3d6 instead of 2d6. So go ahead and roll 3d6 damage. And
10 total damage.
do I want to Benny this to soak?
I don't know, it's pretty cool.
I only have one. I have one Benny.
Oh, you only have one?
Yeah, because you're the only one playing, so I have one Benny right now. So you said you did 10 damage?
Yes.
I'm not gonna try to soak that. I think
Yes!
I think she just dies outright. So what does this look like?
She's still bracing the katana, and her eyes flare up, and her pupils contract into their cat slit, like Vel have.
Mhm.
And they're glowing, and she slaps her free hand onto the katana and just sends cascading orange and yellow lightning down into this poor security guard who's really just doing her job, but so is Athena.
This one's she's actually dressed a little better than the other ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all the other ones are kind of I didn't describe that very well, but all the other ones are like the basic rent-a-cops. They've got guns and stuff. Some of them are a little more upscaled than this. This lady is probably like very private security. Like she's probably hired as a bodyguard or something to that effect, which is why she's got the katana instead of guns. But yeah, so you send the arcing lightning down through your bracers and down into the sword, and you can just see her arms jerk at first like she's trying to pull away, but they just keep convulsing, and her snarl kind of gets fixed, and you can see the lightning running through her teeth and stuff.
Ew, I hate that.
And her eyes go from like a sneering anger to like kind of sudden panic and like looking around and trying to move, and then she screams as she peels off and then collapses into a smoking pile on the floor. Limp ragdoll. Her spider legs are at weird angles and stuff, and she just collapses.
Oh, poor son of a bitch.
That's your turn, and then there are 3 guards, so 2 of them are still trying to break free of your entangle. Ooh, one of them blows up. That's a 9. So one of them gets free. One of them does not. I think it's the dude with the pistol gets free, and the other fella's still wrestling with that. And then the other guy with the pistol, who you charged past, turns around with a snarl, and he sees this other lady get iced, but he levels the pistol at you and fires again.
Can I frame a shot?
Sure, yeah, please.
I think as she watches this lady just twitch and die on the ground, she looks over her shoulder at the guy in the doorway and her eyes just start to glow again.
Very cool. I like that a lot. And he sees that, but he is still incensed from your taunt the previous turn, so he levels
my super bad taunt.
He levels the pistol at you and pulls the trigger
wait, no,
again.
he can't see my eyes. I got a mask on.
I still like it. So he gets a 5 plus 2 from you being vulnerable to him is a 7 to hit on a 4. So that is a hit but no raise, and he deals 2d6 damage. That's going to be 6 total against your toughness of 8 against firearms. So he pulls the trigger, and I think it just pings off the armor on your shoulder.
Cool.
And just so he's got the shot of you looking over your shoulder at him, and you still have like the glowy eyes from your mask.
Maybe my cyber eyes glow to reflect what my actual
like
eyes
that.
are
So
doing.
your cyber
so it's
eyes-
kind of like pixelated and flowing around. Cool.
I like that. So he sees that, and he still levels it, and it pings off your shoulder. And maybe there's just like a little jerk, but nothing really happens. So, okay.
Cool.
So she is out of the turn order.
If-
King of Diamonds for Athena. 8 of Hearts for the Flunkies, of which there are still 3. What do you do?
Can I take a free action to talk to the nerds?
Sure.
If you don't intend on fighting me, I suggest you leave. I want to spend my turn getting over to that thing, and I want to slap the explosive on the big ol' machine.
Okay.
Wait, no. Do I get anything else? I don't think I do.
I think I would, like, these are probably pre-rigged, so you probably just even need to, like, toss it on it. So, like, if you're moving over, you're not even throwing, you're just putting it on there. So
Gotcha.
I'd count that as you're using 3 movement to get there, but then you still have 3 movement, and it's going to
Would
take
3
you...
movement get me out of the blast zone?
No.
Okay. Then I will not set it off.
Yeah. 3 movement will get you back to where you started the turn, which is still, like, 4 movement from getting out of the room.
I would like to cast a bolt at that guy.
Okay. Are you keeping track of your power points?
Yep.
I stopped at a certain point.
I'm at 5 now.
Okay, and don't forget you can upcast Bolt at the start for 1 additional to make it, or actually I think it's 2 additional to make it deal an extra d6.
It is. I need to conserve my head points.
Fair enough. Okay, it's gonna be a 4 to hit him.
Oh my god, I blew up on the big one.
And this is the dude with the pistol who's standing in the...
16.
Oh my god, okay. Roll your 3d6 damage.
8.
You know what? His toughness is a d6, so it would normally just be shaken. But I think you hit with enough raises that I'll give you like +1 damage on that, and this dude's just fried. So what does this look like?
I think she shouts at the nerds. I guess she balls up her right hand into a fist, and then she leans back almost like she's starting a baseball pitch, and then just gathers up lightning in her palm and chucks it
Nice.
right into his chest, so maybe it throws him back into the hallway and he skids on the carpet.
I like it. And he skids back onto the carpet, and you see like a couple little static electricity things going out on there, and the carpet hairs stand up, which you can't really see it from where you are. But yeah, there's just a big black burn in his uniform on his chest with some seared flesh underneath, and he stops moving, so he is now gone.
Man, this is messy.
Alright, so there's still 2
Sorry, I
left.
didn't stealth better.
I don't care. I think it's more interesting. That guy, again, fails to break free.
Ha, what a dingus.
Yeah, and the other guy is... You can see he's in the hall, and he's just managed to, like, wrench himself out of the metal and looks at
Is that the one that I intimidated?
Yes. He looks at the ground, and he looks over at you, and he sees the 2 dead people, and he's just like that gif of, like, sweating so much, and he's just like... and makes a decision and books it the other way. Back
Nice.
towards the nerd office where he came from.
Cool. The smoking crater of one,
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, so he disappears into the smoke. Guess it's still initiative because this other guy's still trying to break free. You got a 10 of hearts. Other guy got a joker.
Oh no.
So he's going to go first, and he gets +2 to his action. So he's going to try to break free. He got a 2, and he's at -2, but he got +2, so it's still just a 2. I'm gonna spend the Benny to re-roll that. That's a 1. It's even worse. All right, he's still trying to. Yeah, he's still trying to break free.
Have the nerds attempted to clear out?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. At the end of the last turn, I was gonna have them book it as well. So they disappeared down the opposite end of the hallway is like split into 2 directions. So the nerds went down the one on the right, which is not the one you came down, and the guy who ran through the smoke ran back the one on the left, which goes past the engineer's office.
Okay, I want to go out into the hallway, pick up my explosive, and set off the one in the manufacturing room.
Okay.
But
yeah, you are able to make it back to that guy, and that's going to be your full movement. You can pick it up no problem, and then set off the bomb, and it'll big ol' explosion, and you can see it blast through the doors, but you're not right next to it, so it just starts spewing smoke.
I'd like to... Can I talk to him as a free action?
Sure.
I do enjoy your gumption. Maybe you should look up Pantheon.
I'll make a note of that. You get a king of clubs. He gets a queen of hearts. What do you do?
I wanna... If I just, like, knock him on the back of the head as, like, a goof, does that count as an action?
I mean, if you're not actually, like, attacking him,
Yeah.
just trying to thump him as you go by.
Yeah, I just wanted to do that to punctuate what I had just said
Sure, yeah,
as I book it down and follow the way the nerds went.
Okay. Are you using your action to run?
No, I know what I want to do.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I go back into the room, the manufacturing room.
The one that you just blew up?
Yes.
Okay.
I go to the wall and use my remaining detonator to blow a hole in it for me to escape out of.
Okay. So the one that you just picked up from that guy?
Yep.
Okay.
Work smarter, not harder. Would there have been any damage to the wall already from the previous one I set off? If so, I'd like to place it in a similar spot.
Maybe a little bit.
I put it there anyway.
Okay. The way this is going to work, you have no idea how thick these walls are. So you can place it here, and you can detonate it. There's no guarantee that this is going to get you out on the other side.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
I'm in it to win it.
Okay, so you're going to place it there on this turn, and I assume wait a turn to move away and then detonate it?
Yeah.
Because it's going to take your whole turn to, like, get back in here and do that.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. He is still trying to get free. You moved back into the room, so like he can't really see you very well from there. So he's still trying to do that. And he can't move. So 7 of clubs, 10 of diamonds. Dude can't get a break. He's just like, I feel like maybe his maybe the strap on the SMG also got like twisted
so he's, like,
in,
extra
so he's just
tangled?
like. It's like when you have a shirt halfway off, but your elbow is like
hate that
trapped in it.
shit.
He's just like spinning around, but he can't actually move, so he's just like a tornado of anger. All right, but it's your turn.
I back up and I try to blow that wall up, and I think she takes slight cover behind a wheelie cart. Just,
Are you still in the same room?
I mean, it's a big room, isn't it? It looks big. I go out into the hallway.
Okay, you can make it back to like just outside the room with,
Okay,
with
can I,
one
like,
movement.
Can I slam back up against the wall and kind of look back into the room as I...
Sure,
hit
there's
the
a nice
detonator?
shot of that. Okay, roll 4d6 and tell me what the total is.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'll tell you what, it's not great.
What is it?
8.
That is not enough.
Shit!
Oh, on 46.
Yeah.
Do you have a Benny? You can re-roll the damage if you
Yeah,
want.
I gotta
So
take Todoroki.
damage cannot explode on these dice. The raw damage is the damage you deal. You need to beat 10.
Oh, God.
What'd you get?
15.
15. Okay, that is sufficient.
Yeah.
So narratively, I
Suck
feel
it,
like
wall.
there's a close-up shot of your face and like your hand with the detonator, and you're in like the left side of the frame, and on the right side of the frame it splits down the middle with the door frame, and then we see like the smoldering machinery in the back, and you press the button and nothing happens at first, and there's like one of those Joker moments where you like look at it and you press it again, and then there's like a and you just see debris and stuff flying out. And then after the dust settles a little bit, there's a bit of a draft and some of it gets wafted away, and there's a hole big enough for you to get through.
I'm doing that
Okay.
when I'm next available to do it.
It's not your turn yet, and you've caused quite a ruckus.
Sure have.
So as you are there,
Oh my god.
let's draw another round of initiative.
Isaac's not going to be very proud of how this went, I don't
You
think.
get a 7 of diamonds. The dude struggling gets a jack of diamonds, and some other people get a 5 of spades. So he's going to try to unshake one more time. Or not unshake, but break free.
I know what you mean.
It's another... God damn, man. This poor feller. Rolled a minus... On a d6 strength, at a -2, that means he has to get a 6 to blow
Eventually.
up. So it would eventually blow up anyway, but it's a 1 in 6 chance. I feel like he almost had 6 turns of trying to get free, so
He has.
bad luck. So yeah, he fails. As you're standing there, you hear footsteps coming. It's just like a clatter of like feet, and shouting coming from down the hall. And it's your
So-
turn.
I would like to run through the hole, please.
All right, you can use your movement and roll a d6, which is your running die. And you need to
3.
get. So you.
Or do I roll a wild die with that too?
No, it's just
Okay.
it's just you.
It's a 3.
Okay, so 9 total piece will get you out of the building.
Oh, thank
So you'll
God.
be into the night. All right, let me roll. Oh, they only got a 1 on their running die. Let's do one more.
Super.
Let's do one more round.
Okay.
Ooh, you get an ace of diamonds. All right, you're going first. You've made it through the hole. There's nobody behind you.
I run more.
Running out into the night.
Yep.
All right, it's not like deep in the city. Like there are other buildings around, so you can presumably run off and then stealth away. So I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. Like you have enough of a head start that you can break line of sight, and they're not gonna be able to see easily. Ooh, here we go.
Here we go.
Uh-huh.
Pickle.
Yep,
What does that mean? That sounded like a lot of dice, Pickle.
I did, didn't it?
Why are you rolling so many dice?
As you're running away into the night, you hear this soft like bloop, bloop, bloop,
What?
bloop, bloop, and
No.
it starts to pick up, and it picks up.
What the fuck?
Roll agility at -2.
Oh, no. Oh, shit. Thank God I'm so agile.
Roll agility at -2, please.
3.
Oh, you got a 3. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez. What was your toughness again? Your regular toughness, is it 4?
Is it a ballistic thing?
No, it is not.
It's a 4.
It's a 4. Let me do my math. Okay.
Oh, God.
So this blip, 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 it picks up until it's like blip, 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 and then you just feel this hot, explosive concussion erupt from your back,
Oh.
and you are tossed forward. Like I imagine you're kind of like running down an alleyway at this point.
Yeah.
You are propelled forward off of your feet onto the ground, and you slide on the ground for like another 4 to 5 feet,
Oh.
and you just feel like you can barely move. This deals 16 damage to you,
Jesus Christ!
which is shaken and 3 wounds.
Pickle, I've never taken a wound in Savage Worlds before, and now you're gonna kill my character
You
in our
are
prequel?
you are still alive,
Jesus!
just barely. What do you do?
Oh my God, what can I do with 3 wounds? And shaken? Unshake?
Yeah, you can try to unshake.
I guess I gotta.
Spirit
9.
at a -3.
6.
So 6. Okay, so you do manage to unshake. There's just a moment of shell shock concussion where you hear the ringing in your ears, and you're just flat on your face, but you manage to just through the pain, and you start to move, and everything hurts. It's hot and it's seared, and you're on the ground, and you don't know how you got there, and everything hurts, but you manage to just push yourself back to your feet, and you can keep going if that's what you're trying to do.
I need to hide.
You've broken line of sight, so like you know that they don't have
I'm
a
gonna.
beat on you this second.
I'm going to roll stealth and hide immediately.
Okay, so are you you're not moving anymore? You're gonna stay where you are?
I'm gonna keep. I mean, I'm I need to keep moving, but I need to stay hidden.
Okay.
So whatever I need to roll for that.
Go ahead and roll stealth.
4.
Okay. I mean, you're basically in alleyways right now, and you're stumbling away, and people are coming your direction, but you're still putting distance between you and them. Let me roll. You hear voices heading in your direction.
Okay. Can I get Isaac on my helmet communicator?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like
try.
to do that.
All right.
As I'm limping and bleeding and...
No, you're not bleeding.
Oh god, it's just cauterized, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
I mean, maybe you don't know if you're bleeding, but...
I've never drawn her with burn scars. I guess I'm gonna have to retroactively add that into everything I've ever done.
Not necessary. It depends on healing. You know?
That's true. Yeah. Okay.
So you're calling Isaac?
Yeah.
Okay.
As I am limping.
You're limping away. Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to be stealthy, but...
It bleeps for... And I'm not dealing this in initiative right now, but as you're limping away... So when you're wounded, your wound penalties count against the distance you can move. So you're moving at a pace of 3 right now, which is half as fast as you normally can. But yeah, after, I'd say maybe 2 rounds worth of combat, although we're not in combat right now, Isaac picks up and he says,
Yeah, what's up, Athena?
Isaac, I need you to come get me.
Oh, you sound like shit. What's going on?
Got a lot. I think I'm hurt really bad. I need help.
Oh, alright, send me a location where you at.
I don't know.
Do you have a
Yeah.
beacon or something?
She slaps at her chest pocket where she keeps like a GPS kind of locator.
Alright, I'll be there. I'll send somebody to find you soon. Just stay alive.
Yep.
roll me... Nah, I think at this point you probably have enough space that you'll make it away from the people pursuing you because they don't know quite where you are and it'll take them time to search the area.
Cool.
So...
Can I do a thing?
Sure, what do you want to do?
Can I use metal bending, whatever we're gonna call it?
Yep.
Can I use that to scale to the top of a building overhang to just get vertical distance?
Yeah, I think so. If you have to roll to activate
Yeah.
it, which is still going to be a -3.
Well, I don't have any healing, so that's what we're gonna have to do.
Yeah. How many power points do you have?
5.
Okay.
We got an 8.
Okay. 8 minus 3 is 5. So you activate your metal bending, and you can use that to manipulate metal. So are you just like pulling it towards you and then using it to go up, or?
I want to like...
I just want to know, like, I'm not going to make you roll for this. I just want to visually know what this looks
No,
like.
I think those like fire escape ladders?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she can get up one of those right now without help. But I think what she can do is grab onto it and just have it go up.
Sure. I think so.
So I think she does that and pulls it into just a metal heap at her side and just lays on her back and is like...
Alright, I think a tense 10 to 15 minutes go by until you hear people in the alley below just looking around and your little communicator goes off. And it's Isaac calling you.
Athena, where are you?
She kind of chokes, possibly on blood. I don't know if she's bleeding internally, and just says, "Roof."
Alright, hang tight. We'll get you out of there.
Okay.
And I think with some level of difficulty, because there's no longer a fire escape to get up to you, he eventually makes his way up there and carts you off and tosses you onto his motorcycle and
Oh man.
away into the night.
Is he holding me on, or am I holding?
I think he brought something with like a sidecar he can
Oh,
slap you on.
cool.
He came prepared.
What was that?
That was an explosive device that the guy planted on you when he was leaving the office.
That motherfucker. Good thing I got his address.
Yeah, his thievery skill, his check was higher than your notice, so you did not notice that he planted that bead on you. If you recall, the guy did tell you not to trust him.
Yeah, he did.
So,
Could I request we do a thing real quick?
what do you want to do?
Could we have an epilogue?
Sure.
Because I know we're not probably not coming back to this situation ever.
Possibly.
Could this be like a couple weeks down the road
Sure.
outside outside Mr. Nitesh's house.
I think if we're just going to do this in epilogue mode, if you go there a couple weeks later, it's vacant. There's nobody there.
Okay. Maybe as soon as she is fit to move.
Yeah, by virtue of the fact that you have Streetwise as an edge, like, she's good at pounding the pavement and getting information out of people, so she probably figured out who this guy was.
Mm-hmm.
And you took the job through Pantheon, which you own.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have access to all the information that this site has, so
yeah.
you're able to, this is me just gonna exposit at you, I guess. In the process of you digging up information, you find that, okay, so his name is Nitesh Simu. The guy that hired you did so under an alias. His name was Bala Simu.
It was his brother!
It was his brother.
Fuck!
So, he shifts locations, but you're able to use your underworld contacts to track him down, and it's in the same city, probably on, like, the other side of Alera, but you can track him down and find his apartment without too much trouble.
I'd like to bring Isaac with me this time.
Sure.
If at all possible.
I think in the course of your investigations, when you were there, you did discover that, he told you they manufacture augmentations using Cori essence as a focus. You managed to uncover that Bala basically sabotaged the operations to start up a competing organization that did effectively the same thing.
Huh.
Which is why he had to deal with the delivery driver guy, and there was no merchandise actually in there because he'd already poached it for his business.
Gotcha.
And he sent you in there to wipe all the data and put them in the, bankrupt area to put himself on top. So yeah, you do find out where Nitesh is.
Well, I would love to go pay him a visit.
It's a bolt hole. It's a little shitty apartment in nowhere, in the slums. He could definitely afford better, but it's very clear that he came here to hide out. So
right,
it's an apartment in a building of other seedy characters.
Cool.
So you're at the front door. What do you want to do?
Well, that's a fun question, isn't it?
Yeah, I think at this point you're fully healed. So there's
I'd like to use my metal power to blast the door off its hinges inward.
Okay.
I would like to do that, please.
Okay. I think cinematically I'll assume that you have it active at this point, so go ahead and roll me... Actually, roll to activate it to see if it's with a raise.
It's an 8.
An 8. Oh. So you use a d12 as your strength die. So it's gonna... So roll a d12 and a d6.
I got a 10.
Oh, you got a 10?
Yep.
Oh, you blast that fucking door off its hinges. It's secure, but it's not like a heavy door. It's a metal door. So, yeah, it just goes...
Nice.
Inward and
clang.
clang.
Does it hit anything expensive like a TV?
I wouldn't say it's an expensive TV, but yeah, it smashes the TV. And you hear a and I think there's just like a bed. It's like a shitty motel room almost, and he's like on the bed and just like probably just filthy with crumbs on him and like startles and sees
fucking
you walking
nerd.
in and does a little crab walk backwards on the bed, falls off the bed with like the covers tangling up on him and is just kind of...
Does he have his pants on?
Yeah, he does.
Okay. I think Athena just
God.
kind of casually walks into the room and is like, oh, hello, Nitesh. Do you remember me?
Oh, God.
I didn't like what you did, Nitesh.
You didn't give me much choice, and you know how it is. It's got a self-preservation. It was nothing personal, just like you took that job. It was nothing personal. It was business.
I think she just quietly advances as Isaac steps into the door frame behind her and just is effectively a wall of man. Blocking off light from the flickering hallway that I assume exists.
I like that. Yeah, I want to say it's even like, just like, yeah, I like that. That's a good visual.
I still think he
So
has
you
a
can't even, like,
Judge
see
Dredd
it,
helmet, probably.
I'm down for that.
I love it.
I like it too, yeah.
Can we watch Dredd again this weekend?
It's a great movie. Absolutely we can. Yeah, so he does that, and you see his tongue, like, flick over his lips, and he's just looking around, like the wheels are turning. He's looking for a way out, and he's backing away into a corner.
Is there anything in the corner? Are there any little toys in here?
No.
No, nothing.
No, this place is a shithole.
How about your family you told me about? That one you were protecting.
Yeah, there's no family, just my brother. And if I had to guess, dollars to whatever you want to say, it was probably him that put you onto this, wasn't it? What did he tell you? You can't believe him, he's a liar.
I know this riddle. I did this in school. I think both of you are liars, but I don't really care right now because only one of you blew me up. And she gets closer and closer, and she deactivates her mask. Does she have any burn scars that are still healing?
Not on her face. It was attached to her back. So
I didn't know if it like fucked up her mask at all. Cause the blast radius could have just like blown it off.
I don't. Do you want her to have burn scars?
I mean, maybe they're just still like healing.
Yeah. Okay.
Visually,
I like it.
She's physically okay now, but
Sure. Then yeah, some couple burn scars that are patching up.
cool. And I just wanted to look at her as her eyes start to glow and her pupils contract into that cat slit.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "You shouldn't have done that."
I don't think he says anything.
No.
He's just. I mean, he's in a corner right now. Like he's. Let me roll a courage die here. Ooh. Okay.
Oh, brave little.
You say that, and his eyes flick again, and he like in a flash is on his feet trying to move around you. Like there's no back way out of this place.
Athena just says nope, and I want her to cast Entangle on him.
I'll say that, like, for narrative purposes, it's regular Entangle, but not with a raise.
Gotcha. This Entangle is her hair as it flares out into like a peacock kind of fan and just grabs his wrists, and she puts her hand around his neck.
And he just goes,
I blew up all your toys. And I'd like to cast Bolt.
oh, geez. Okay.
I mean, ideally, lightning, like, comes out of her eyes and arcs into her, like, around her arms and just goes into his neck and maybe makes his skeleton glow a little bit.
I like it.
With the force of her, like, she's never come this close to dying before.
Sure.
And this was all orchestrated by this little rat man?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up. She doesn't care for that. So she is... I don't know how vengeful she is on a personal level as opposed to, like, a grand scheme.
Mm-hmm.
But this is definitely a low point for her.
Sure, so this is meant to just be like a full body electrocution rather than like shooting a bolt through him, sort of. So she's just holding this dude by the neck as she electrocutes him and cooks him from the inside.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, I think you start to do that, and at first it's kind of like a and then it just becomes like a fevered pitch. He just like squeals and screeches, and you can see his skin kind of blackening from underneath, and then he eventually stops and is just dangling like in your grip as like a rag doll.
Is there a window?
I think there's a window in the front. Like I said this is an apartment, and I think it is, but I also kind of imagine it like quasi motel.
Okay.
There's like a wide window in the front right next to Isaac, and I think that's where he was going for. He was going to try to jump out the window.
Gotcha. So this is not a motel, it is an apartment?
Yeah, but it's a shitty apartment.
Isaac, would you mind, throwing him into the parking lot? I don't want his landlord to have to come in here and smell all this.
No, my pleasure. Give it here.
And he just kind of holds out a gloved hand.
I mean, I think at this point, she's dropped him because she's not strong. Like, she can't hold up this entire man.
Sure, I think Isaac takes a look at him and shrugs and just grabs one of the ankles and just starts unceremoniously dragging it across the ground. And then by the time he gets to the front, he's like, oh, no, sorry. Realizing he's now, like, probably made a mess on the carpet, which is what you asked him not to do.
No, she just doesn't want the body to, like, congeal and be gross after a couple days when they come for the rent past due,
Sure.
And she's very conscientious.
Gotcha. So yeah, he takes it and he kind of drags the body through the door, and it probably gets stuck on the frame, but he just pulls it through and he goes...
She kicks his shoulders a little bit to get him free.
Alright, so he drags the body out and gives kind of a whoop, and just whips it over the railing, and it spirals down into the parking lot and drops out of sight, and you just hear a wet thud at some point.
Athena kind of leans on the railing a little bit, pats him on the shoulder, and she's like, well, that takes care of that.
Puts a hand on her shoulder and says,
Well, I'm glad it was nothing permanent. You gotta be careful out there.
Yeah, I should have been a bit more decisive. I know better now.
Oh, You can't trust everyone.
That's true.
He claps her on the shoulder again and starts to walk away. End of episode. Scene!
I think that was really fun, Pickle.
I'm glad you had a good time.
I'm sorry I made very bad decisions several times.
I specifically set this up to be difficult for you.
It was. That son of a bitch.
There's plenty of ways you could have gone about it, and I think the way that Athena chose to and you chose to says something about her approach, and I think the way things played out show flaws in her approach as well, which is important both for you as a player to understand and for her. And there's nothing wrong with what you did. It's more like,
no, I want her to be flawed. She's a hot mess.
Yeah, well, and there will be situations where, you know, doing the right thing will put you in mortal peril, as it did this time.
Yep.
So I didn't, envision it going exactly that way, but I was going to leave it up to chance whether or not you actually spotted him trying to put the explosive on you, because that was his failsafe. And it happened, and you didn't have any bennies to soak it, so it's a good thing it didn't kill you. But this is also a shakedown run. Obviously, I wouldn't end a campaign that hasn't even started for something stupid like that.
So Athena's parents had a new kid while she was gone. Her name is Blathena.
You goopus. Any other questions?
When do you think this fell, in the timeline?
You tell me? I mean, obviously, after they created Pantheon,
started,
so
I feel like that was probably...
Well, I feel like how long after they met did they start Pantheon? It's been 7 years since she was...
I feel like
left Caldonix.
They probably met in her first 6 months on the service.
Okay.
And I think they worked jobs for maybe a year and a half before they were like, we're pretty good at this. Maybe we should expand our interests. And then maybe met with some kind of business hacker and was like, well, what you can do is make an app.
So between 2 and 2.5 years is around when Pantheon started, and then it probably took another year or two to gain steam, and then it was in full swing.
I feel like Boreas probably joined as not a founding member, but like a gold member.
Maybe. He's up there. So how long into this was that? Or that session we just did?
I think it's been long enough since she's actually been challenged and alone that she kind of was allowing herself to make bad decisions. So maybe a year and a half after they started Pantheon.
Which would be about...
I'd say 4 years.
3.5 to 4, which would be 3 years from Caldonix, is when it's in full swing. So around then.
Yeah.
It's at the 4-year mark.
She's feeling pretty good overall. She's like, oh, this weird little guy's gonna have something fun for me to do.
Yeah. So this is about 3 years before she goes back to Caldonix.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it's a hard lesson. And what she expected to be a pretty run-of-the-mill job to almost die from somebody who was seemingly no threat at all.
Oh, Pickles was so good.
I'm glad you liked it.
When are we gonna do more?
I don't know. It's depending on you.
Ready?
I mean, are you wanting another shakedown? Is that what you're asking for? Probably pretty soon then. I mean,
we could always put it as a cool down warm up thing.
Yeah, I figure the first episode is going to be the chase to get Chaz. Chaz Devlin. Chaz Mataz.
Fucking Chaz.
Yeah, so getting
Razmachaz.
Razmachaz. I mean, the chase, who knows how long the chase is actually going to take mechanically because of,
depends.
It just depends.
I want a scene where I say goodbye to Isaac. That's all I want.
Okay.
He became more important,
He was,
I think.
but yeah, I think he became more important. Maybe not to the story as a whole, but to,
Athena's
story.
To her,
at least who she was.
Core person.
Yeah, and how she grew and how she changed on the outside, so I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
Does he ever, does she ever tell him where she's from, ever? She never does?
No.
They just leave
but she does, throw out weird colloquialisms like topper sometimes.
Gotcha.
Because she doesn't think about it.
Sure.
Because why would she?
Fair enough.
But, could be from any city under the ground.
That's true.
And she's probably weird and kind of pale when they meet, but a lot of people are weird and kind of pale.
All right, well, I guess we can end it there. Thanks for playing. Thanks for listening. Having a good time.
Having a good time. That was lovely. Thank you. Thank you all for listening to our Session 0. It's definitely the roughest session we run with Athena thus far, but it also led me to make some decisions that I probably wouldn't have otherwise. So that's always interesting to see. Thank you to the Pinnacle Entertainment Group, as always. You can find their products at peginc.com. The music we feature is from the incomparable Crockett, who you can find on crockett.bandcamp.com and on Twitter at Crockett80s. You can find us at our website, rpgforyouandme.com, and on Twitter at rpgforyouandme. I'm on Twitter at YouSeeTheHat. I post art from the show there, but also retweet some pretty adequate memes and videos of ducks wearing socks if you're into that. Please come and say hi. Our $5 and up patrons have access to our side campaign that I run Absolute Zero, as well as warm-ups and outtakes from bonuses from both campaigns. As always, thank you so much for listening. We love making this show, and it can be challenging at times, so to know there are people tuning in every week to check out what we're up to, it truly means the world to us. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and we'll see you next week when hopefully we get back to Athena's current struggles, whatever they may be. Have a week.